What's up guys, Original Asherella here, and today we are in my kitchen for this video. I love to cook. I'm vegetarian, but I have a really bad sweet tooth, and so that's kind of to do with what we're going to be doing today. Before I get into that though, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave me a like and a comment, ring the notification bell so I don't want you to miss any of my videos, so go ahead and do that. Follow me on all my socials. The ones I have are going to be around here somewhere. Leave me a like. Today's video is inspired by the movie Clueless. Like, I've always kind of considered myself like a Gothy Cher Horowitz, or like an alternative version of Cher. Cher is, like, I think she's amazing. She's beautiful, well-dressed, and actively working to be like the best version of herself. And I think that is one of Cher's best qualities. Now, I don't agree with everything she does as far as her, like, dating habits and views on, like, relationship and interaction, but she is a high schooler in the movie at the time, so some of those things we're gonna let slide. But if you've seen the movie, you know that the scene in the movie where Christian, who turns out to be her gay friend, comes over, she doesn't know he's gay at the time, comes over, she's like, when a boy comes over, you should always have something baking. In the movie, Cher puts a whole roll of cookie dough in the oven to bake. She doesn't cut it up or spoon it out or anything like that. And I've always wondered what would happen if you tried to bake a whole roll of cookie dough at the same time. So, my friends, that is what we're going to be doing today. I am so excited to see how this turns out. It's going to be a mess, I'm sure, but it's something I've wondered for years. Okay guys, so for this experiment, you only need a couple things. I have an oven. I can't find my cookie sheet, so I'm using this roasting pan that I saved. It's actually a disposable one, but you can reuse them several times before they're bad, and I suggest you do that and then recycle it. But okay, I've got a roll of cookie dough, and this is great value Walmart brand, because I'm not a rich bitch. I'm a poor girl, so yeah, the like 80-some cents I saved by buying the Walmart brand is 80-some cents I will use to pay like my electric bill or whatever. But anyway, I've got the roll of cookie dough, I've got the pan, I've got an oven. So I am set here. Alright, I'm going to read the instructions and preheat the oven. It is important to preheat the oven. Some people think you don't need to do it, but you need to do it. So we need to preheat for 350. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. My oven's fancy. It's digital. Oh my god. No, it's not fancy. But this will tell me when it's at, it'll start to beep whenever it's ready at preheating. So we're going to let it preheat, and then we're going to cut this bad boy open and try to bake a whole roll of cookie dough at one time. While we're waiting on the oven to preheat, the actual instructions are preheat the oven to 350. To open ends of package with a sharp knife, cutting open a long seam, remove cookie dough from wrapper. Spoon and shape heaping teaspoons of the well-chilled dough about 2 inches apart onto an ungreased cookie sheet. If dough becomes too soft during use, rechill in freezer until it becomes firm but not frozen. Bake cookies 11 to 15 minutes or until edges are golden brown. Cool slightly, about 2 minutes, loosen with spatula. Okay, I think it's probably going to take us longer to bake this in a roll than it would them spooned out. So we're going to check in on it periodically. But while the oven is preheating, I'm going to put this back in the fridge so it doesn't get too soft. Okay, so the oven is preheated to 350. I'm gonna cut the ends off of this and cut this open. While I was letting the oven preheat, I took this roasting sheet and I cut the corners and flattened it out, because when you have an edge on a pan like that, it can impact the cooking time. So now this is like a legitimate cookie sheet rather than a roasting pan. Alright, that's pretty much it. We're gonna throw this whole brick log. I'm gonna cut a little bit off so I can eat that. But we're gonna, they say it's not safe to eat raw cookie dough, and I would imagine so when it's like a homemade batter or dough, but I've never gotten sick eating raw store-bought cookie dough. I've never gotten sick licking a cake batter spoon, but they say you're not supposed to do it because you can get like salmonella or whatever. So I don't know. I like to live on the edge. It's worth the risk to me. But anyway, all right, we've got our log of cookie dough on the pan, and now I'm gonna put it in the oven and we'll check on it periodically. So I was thinking maybe I should have cleaned my oven before I put it on camera. That might have been a good idea, but oh well. Alright, I am like, what if it bakes over the edge of the pan? Surely it won't. Alright, so this is what we're working with now. I'm going to set the timer. Okay, the instructions say to bake 11 to 15 minutes. So we're going to check in on it after 11 minutes and we'll go from there.
Hi.
Hi.
Something burning?
Oh my god. Oops.
Oh, honey, you baked.
I tried.
Come on.
I cook a lot and I'm a pretty good cook, but I rarely ever follow a recipe. Like I have a couple cookbooks, but I don't really follow recipes because I never have. Like I usually just throw some stuff together and it turns out, like if I have an idea of a dish that I want to use or that I want to make, I might look up like a cooking time or something like that, but I usually just kind of throw stuff together and wing it, and it turns out pretty well usually. So I'm eating the raw cookie dough that I saved. It's delicious. Let me know what your favorite kind of like dessert or like cookie is down in the comments. Like when I say I have a bad sweet tooth, I am not exaggerating. I have such a bad sweet tooth. It's good news for all the dentists out there, but like chocolate and cheesecake, my favorite candy bar is 100 grams, and I know that's a weird one, but one of my favorite things ever. You can only, like, it's seasonal, and now it comes out 3 times a year, but Russell Stover Coconut Nest are so good. At Easter, they're coconut nest. At Christmas, they're coconut wreaths. And now at Halloween, I think they call them Bat's Nest. But it's like, okay, you've already got them 3 holidays through the year. Why don't you just, like, produce them year round so I don't have to, like, look like a crazy person when I go in and buy the whole stock out at, like, Walgreens or Ingles or wherever I find them. I literally will buy the stock out of Russell Stover coconut wreaths or nest when I find them because I love them that much. Okay, so the 11-minute timer just went off, so we're gonna check in on the cookie dough roll. Oh my goodness, that is nowhere close to being anywhere done. It is baking really weird though. It's like flattening out. I need to get, I should have got a pot holder thing. Hold on. Okay, so I pulled the rack out so we could see it a little better. I'm gonna like zoom in. Oh man. I am not sure what we're gonna end up with here. Alright, so I'm gonna say it's not even like halfway done. The edges are getting a little brown, but that center is still very, very dough. I'm gonna put it on for like another 8 minutes and then we'll check it then. Or no, let's just do 5 more minutes and then I'll check. Okay. Putting the timer. Shush! Cancel. I don't know why I actually turned it off, but anyway. Timer, we'll do 5. So yeah, this is gonna be something kind of, I'm not even sure if it's gonna be edible. I'm sure it will be actually. It's probably gonna be delicious. Okay, so the second timer, the 5-minute timer I just put on is going off now, so we're gonna see what it looks like now. Oh, holy moly. So the edges are looking kind of done, but the middle is definitely still like, there's no way the middle can be done. I'm thinking we'll do like 4 more minutes and then pull it out and let it cool. I don't think I have a cooling rack. 4-minute timer is now going off, so I'm gonna take them out of the oven and we'll let them cool and see how it goes. Alright, so it kind of baked over onto the edge of my makeshift cookie sheet here. But all in all, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna let it cool and then try to like cut it into slices and see how they hold up. I don't have a cooling rack, so I need to find something to set this up on so it can cool underneath. Let's see, what can I use? Okay, so I'm using these cans of peas that my mom left as a cooling rack. I hate peas, and I most certainly don't eat peas out of the can. Like, I am a vegetarian, but ew, peas are gross. Like, I might eat peas in a pod that are like sauteed or something, but like canned peas, no thank you. I have no idea why my mom left them here. She brought them when she came for Thanksgiving, and they'll probably sit in my cabinet until I donate them to a food drive. To let them cool before you like start to take them off the pan or anything. But I think considering the circumstances, I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes for it to cool. Okay, so we have let our log of cookie dough cool, and this is what it looks like now. Can y'all see that? I gotta figure this out. Now you guys can see like the cookie. It says to like loosen it with a spatula, but that would be like individual cookies, and so I am, it's starting to come apart a little bit. I'm gonna like slice it like that. Yeah, the inside is still a little ooey gooey for sure. I think I'm gonna let it cool for maybe like 5 more minutes before I try to slice it. Okay, so I've let it cool a little bit more. You can see it's like splitting here and it's still a little doughy inside. But if I put it back in, the edges are gonna burn. And I've said this before, but I'd rather have my food really hot but underdone. Not all food, like bread and like anything that's made with like a batter or a dough. I like it to be really hot but a little underdone. Anyway, so that'll be delicious to me. So this is our Cher style, Clueless inspired chocolate chip cookie dough, baked the whole log. I've got this little container here that I'm gonna put them in after I slice it up, and I'm just gonna cut it like this and then try to get them into the bowl in some sort of like reasonable manner. See, like you can see the inside of that is so doughy. But it'll be delicious. Like I will seriously have to stop myself from eating this whole thing tonight. No joke. I'm gonna cut them in the middle so they fit. I could have just taken like a pizza roller, huh? That would have been a good idea. Oh well. Alright. Let's try to get them off the pan here. I have no doubt that these are gonna like fall into pieces. So it's pretty good.
As you can see, the middle is super doughy still. Let's just give the ones that are easy. I think this side is more underdone than this side. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this like this. I'm the one that's gonna be eating these, so I can touch all of them that I want.
So I've got most of them in the bowl here, but this middle super doughy part is definitely, you know, I mean, it's not really a totally solid substance. So it's having a little bit of trouble cooperating. Maybe I should put this back. No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to flop it in there. Who cares? Who cares? It's not going to go to waste either way. This is a god-awful mess. Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm about to eat that. Okay, so this is the last one that is the partially cooked from my cookie dough roll. I'm going to eat this. A big mouthful. I love chocolate chip cookies. Oh my god. This is so delicious. But yeah, this is what we ended up with. Baking chocolate chip cookies, Cher Horowitz style. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much to the movie Clueless and Cher for inspiring today's video. Like I said, it is one of my all-time favorites. If you've never seen it, you are missing out. You need to go watch it. You need to go watch it. But just remember, every time a new person hits the subscribe button, a YouTuber named Original Asherella has an improvement in her self-esteem, and for no additional cost and very little effort, you can hit the notification bell, and that will really improve her day. So go ahead and do it today. Anyway, make sure you hit subscribe, leave me a like I always say, leave me a dislike, leave me a comment, let me know your favorite kind of cookies, let me know your favorite like 90s movie. You can follow me on my socials, all of these, and yeah, that's it. Always tap in, never tap out, and keep on slaying like a Saiyan.